that we've come to learn, a steady flame that doesn't need to burn, beyond the reach of pride or empty praise, a quiet light that guides us through the days. I feel the strength of everything we share, a presence felt within the midnight air. No need for anchors in a world of change, when every heart has found its own home range. We're growing into what we're meant to be, in this flow of pure serenity. It's the resonance of a bond that's deep and true, finding the oldest parts of me in you. A soulful current, a path that has no end, the truest grace on which we can depend. Oh, everything is settling at this perfect rate, in this shared sanctuary, in this peaceful state. I watch the way the stillness starts to grow, the kind of peace that only spirits know. It's the maturity of letting go of fear, knowing the heart is safe when you are near. We've learned to value what remains unsaid, the path on which our quietest thoughts are led. Every shared silence, every calm belief is a lasting joy that brings us sweet relief. The world is just a hum beyond our reach, while we learn the lessons only love can teach. It's the resonance of a bond that's deep and true, finding the oldest parts of me in you. A soulful current, a path that has no end, the truest grace on which we can depend. Everything is settling at this perfect rate, in this shared sanctuary, in this peaceful state. It's the wisdom in the way we don't have to speak, a strength that is found when the world is feeling weak. No longer needing to prove what we already know, in this steady current, in this natural flow. I see the reflection of a life that is finally clear, finding the courage simply because you are near. No more chasing the ghosts of who we used to be. shores of this deep and open sea. Your presence is a rhythm, a soft and constant part of the slow and steady beating of a grateful heart. It's the beauty of the stillness, the art of being here, where the noisy world outside begins to disappear. A long and winding feeling, a song that never ends, like the quietest of blessings that a weary spirit sends. Everything is balanced, everything is right, in the calmest corner of our very own night. Blend into a grace, leaving no shadows, leaving not a single trace. It's the bravery of trust, the choice to stay and grow, the kind of belonging that only kindred spirits know. We've learned to value the weight of what is true, finding all the answers in the simple soul of you. Every shared beginning, every soft and slow release is another chapter in this inner sense of peace. The world is just a murmur, a flicker in the glass, while we watch the beauty of the quiet minutes pass. It's the beauty of the stillness, the art of being here, where the noisy world outside begins to disappear. A long and winding feeling, a song that never ends, like the quietest of blessings that a weary spirit sends. Everything is balanced, everything is right, in the calmest corner of our very own night. Sitting so quietly in the corner chair, breathing the honesty of the night air. It's the simple pleasure of a life shared in full, the steady gravity, the beautiful pull. Your presence is a map I've learned to trust, turning our old worries into stardust. No bright stage lights, no hollow applause, just the natural rhythm of our own laws. We're growing closer in the silence we keep, in the deep contentment before we sleep. It's the foundation of the world we've designed, a light that is steady, a love that is kind, a constant heartbeat, a beautiful calm drive. This is the feeling our shared days. Every second is a gift that I hold in this beautiful life as it starts to unfold. It's the foundation of the world we've designed, a light that is steady, a love that is kind, a constant heartbeat, a beautiful calm drive. This is the feeling of being truly alive. Everything's settling at this perfect rate, in this shared refuge, in this peaceful state. The soundtrack of your midnight. The door is closed, the world is far. You're the gravity, you're the star. I watch the firelight on your skin, thinking if where we should begin. No need to rush, the night is long, like the notes of the sacred song. I'm tracing the map of who you are, every secret, every scar. The scent of you is in the air, a lingering grace beyond compare. The silk is cold, but you are heat, where the wild and the weary meet. This is the residue of us, in a world of diamonds and of dust. It's a tether, it's a prayer, in the heavy midnight air. Stay until the shadows turn to gold, in a story that will never grow old. The clock is ticking on the shelf. I found the heaven in yourself. One more touch, a soft retreat to the place where our pulses beat. I wanna lose the sense of time in this slow and steady climb. Just the residue pages finally dry under the vast and the silent sky. There's a new kind of grace in the way we sit, seeing the fire and the way it's lit. I see our journey in the books on the shelf, in the way you let me be my true self. No more masks to wear, no more parts to play, just the honest truth at the end of the day. We're growing wiser in the peace we hold, a story of us that is brave and bold. It's the vibration of a bond that is real, the deepest comfort that the soul can feel, a soft direction, a path that is finally clear, dispelling the noise, calming every fear. All the pieces are finding their place in the warm light of your familiar grace. I trace the memories etched in the air, finding the answers in the love we share. It's the maturity of knowing what we've built, without the burden, without any guilt. We count our wealth by the calm in our chest, leaving the restless, tired world to rest. The way you know me without even a word, the most beautiful song I've ever heard. Everything we've nurtured is starting to bloom, filling the silence of the sacred room. It's the vibration of a bond that is real, the deepest comfort that the soul can feel, a soft direction, a path that is finally clear, dispelling the noise, calming every fear. All the pieces are finding their place in the warm light of your familiar grace. The tea is cool, the room is glowing dim, while the moonlight dances on the silver rim. I find a rhythm in the way you breathe, a quiet magic that we both enweave. No more searching through the crowded streets, in this soft place where every feeling meets. Your touch is like a melody, slow and wise, reflecting all the starlight in your eyes. We're lingering in the spaces we have made, in a bond that time could never let to fade. a gentle wave upon a midnight sea. A velvet pulse, a smooth and steady glide, with nothing left to prove and not to hide. Everything is flowing at this perfect rate, in this shared sanctuary, in this peaceful state. Its hands are moving slow, while we bask within this amber color glow. It's the maturity of staying in this light, through the deepest hours of the velvet night. We've learned to value what is soft and real, the silent strength that our two spirits feel. Every shared secret, every knowing smile, makes every single moment worth the while. The world is just a whisper far away, while we find the reasons for us both to stay. It's the soul of a love that's finally free, like a gentle wave upon a midnight sea. A velvet pulse, a smooth and steady glide, with nothing left to prove and not to hide. Everything is flowing at this perfect rate, in this shared sanctuary, in this peaceful state.
The soundtrack of your midnight.
The world is a blurred line, far behind our door. We don't need to ask for a reason anymore. It's the patience of the tide, the way the rivers flow, finding a direction that only spirits know. No longer chasing shadows or the noise of the day. In this steady current, we have found our way. Your laughter is a compass, a soft and honest guide, with nothing left to prove and nowhere left to hide. We are the architects of a silent silver dream, floating on the surface of a deep and wordless stream. watch the constellation of a life we've made, far beyond the reaches of the hollow and the jade. It's the bravery of staying, the courage to be still, following the rhythm of a quiet, steady will. We've learned to read the seasons in a single quiet look, like the hidden chapters of a long and sacred book. Every shared beginning, every soft conclusion is a step away from all the old and loud illusion. The city is a memory, a flicker in the glass, while we watch the beauty of the quiet minutes pass. It's the gravity of being, the weight of being here, where the path ahead is finally softly clear. A long and winding melody, a pulse that never ends, like the ancient energy that the universe sends. Everything is balanced, everything is right in the calmest corner, the endless night. The world is finally slowing to the pace of our retreat, a path that's made of honesty, steady and complete. No more hollow acting, no more pretense in the soul, just the quiet satisfaction of finally being whole. Trace the unseen patterns of the kindness in your gaze, the way you offer comfort in 1,000 silent ways. We are rooted in the feeling, the wisdom of the heart, knowing we are together even when we are apart. The day is just a memory where the tired spirits rest, putting all the heavy old anxieties to test. It's the resonance of caring, the art of being true, leaving all the lonely, restless winters in the dew. A golden thread of feeling woven through the mind, the truest kind of solace that a soul can never find. Everything is breathing at a natural, easy pace, in the warm reflection of your familiar grace. It felt to be waiting for a sign, before I found the clarity of your life next to mine. It's the maturity of knowing that we finally arrived Through all the cold and stormy days that we have both survived, we count our true successes by the peace that we can hold. A story of the spirit that is brave and bright and bold. The way you understand me in the moments I am still, like the quiet power of a steady ancient hill. Everything is blooming in the garden of the mind, in the truest comfort that a soul can ever find. It's the resonance of caring, the art of being true, leaving all the lonely, restless winters in the dew. A golden thread of feeling woven through the mind, the truest kind of solace that a soul can never find. Everything is breathing at a natural, easy pace, in the warm reflection of your familiar grace. The world moves fast, but here everything is still. A love built to last by the strength of a quiet will. I trace the lines of the wisdom we've come to hold, the beauty that shines more than any silver or gold. It's the resonance of a bond so clear, leaving the shadows, calming the fear. A gentle motion, a soulful tie, with all of my truth, with nothing to There is a peace in the way that you call my name, a total release from the noise and the hollow fame. We are rooted in trust, in the simple act of being here, turning the rust into something precious and near. It's the resonance of a bond so clear, leaving the shadows, calming the fear. A gentle motion, a soulful tie, with all of my truth, with nothing to the soundtrack of your midnight. walking so slowly across the dark hall, knowing we're safe, knowing we won't fall. It's the simple joy of a life shared with you, where everything's honest and everything's new. Your gaze is a book that I've learned how to read, giving me every little thing that I need. No bright stage lights, no vanity's flame, just the soft echo of hearing my name. We're growing closer in the choices we make, in every single quiet breath that we take. It's the foundation of the home we've made, a light that is steady, a love that won't fade, a constant rhythm, a beautiful calm drive. This is the feeling of being truly alive. Everything's settling at this perfect rate, in this shared silence, in this beautiful state. The early sun is rising, soft and low, while we keep the fire, watching it glow. No more empty spaces, no more feeling small. We've built a sanctuary above it all, breathing the air of a brand new start, with the steady rhythm of a grateful heart. I don't need the world or its hollow praise, just the quiet beauty of our shared days. Every second is a treasure in my hand, the most beautiful life that I could have planned. It's the foundation of the home we've made, a light that is steady, a love that won't fade, a constant rhythm, a beautiful calm drive. This is the feeling of being truly alive. Everything's settling at this perfect rate, in this shared silence, in this beautiful state. There's a new energy in the way we move, finding our balance, finding our groove. It's in the morning light and the evening rain, a bond that's growing, a soft golden chain. I see our future in the way you hold my hand, a quiet language only we can understand. No more mirrors, no more playing a part, just the open windows of a steady heart. We're breathing deeper, catching the morning breeze, finding our freedom with a natural ease. It's the vibration of a love that is real, a quiet power that our spirits can feel, a clear direction, a path that's finally wide, with nothing to fear and with no gathered in our palms, finding our refuge in these quiet calms. It's the maturity of knowing what we hold, a story of us that never gets old. We count our blessings by the peace we find, leaving the restless, lonely days behind. The way you listen, the way you understand, like a steady harbor in a shifting land. Everything we've planted is starting to grow in this shared journey, in this steady flow. It's the vibration of a love that is real, the quiet power that our spirits can feel, a clear direction, a path that's finally wide, with nothing to fear and with nowhere to hide. All the pieces are falling right into place in the warm light of your gentle embrace.
The soundtrack of your midnight.